Hello, my name is Marina Sofia and I translate from German and Romanian. Today I'll read an extract from Deadly Autumn Harvest by Tony Mott, published by Corylus Books on the 1st of August 2023. It is set in my absolute favourite town in Romania, Brasov, and the extract I'm going to read is actually set in the mountain resort of Poiana Brasov, my favourite. A motley crowd was going up to the Poiana Brasov resort. Some heading for work in the few open and practically empty hotels, 3 or 4 hikers, 2 families with kids. He had plenty of time to check them out in the 30 minutes or so that it took to get there from Brasov. He wondered if he should head back down on foot in the afternoon instead of taking the bus. He'd think about it. Maybe he'd sit a while sunning himself at the Postavaro chalet. But first, he would climb up to the peak. He was proud of his physical fitness. Although he was over 50 years old, he was still very active. He ran 3 times a week around the track at the PE college and climbed up and down Postavaro mountain at least once a week. He felt a small moment of personal triumph when he guessed correctly which cable car would be working. He bought a one-way ticket. The cold draft on the stairs left a metallic taste in his mouth. On the platform there was a group of weekend tourists, probably from Bucharest or somewhere down south, wearing city clothes, jeans, shirts, dresses. They were bound to strut about at the summit, exclaiming loudly over the mountains they could neither identify nor name, taking lots of selfies. He tried to hide his disdain by putting on his sunglasses. He had been born in this town and had nothing but contempt for people who did not respect the mountains. As soon as it got warm, the trails were overrun with them. When the cable car arrived, he greeted the boy operating the controls without waiting for a reply and headed into the far corner. He could admire the beautiful landscape even through the scratched window. He saw a fox to the right of the shed housing the snow cannons and hoped he would meet it when coming down. It would be better to take this route instead of Lupului, the wolf piste. In winter, he preferred skiing down that one. He quickly left the other tourists behind and headed for his preferred spot, which offered a panoramic view of Predal. He could see the Bucegi mountains in the distance and sat down to admire the landscape. It was a little routine he had every time he got up here, and he was happy to be alone. He heard some voices behind him and he turned around angrily, thinking those vulgar tourists had followed him, but they were heading in a different direction. He breathed a sigh of relief, stood up and searched for his water bottle in the backpack. He lifted it up to drink, but a strange sound made him jump, spilling some water onto himself. Someone was breathing heavily behind him, but he had no time to see anything more. The man, it must have been a man to push him with such force, had gathered all his strength to give him a shove. The pain he felt in his back and the sensation of floating above the valley were almost instantaneous. As he fell, he tried to grasp at the branches of the pine trees, but he failed. He had often watched crows executing their aerial manoeuvres with breathless admiration. Now he thought he would like to be reincarnated as a crow if he didn't survive this fall. Thank you.